Hello, welcome to day number 4 of our Great Escape VBS. Today we're talking about David's many escapes, some from Saul, some from his own son Absalom, some from some other enemies of God. And some of the things that you can do as a family faith adventure is if you have a pop-up tent that maybe the kids sleep in the house, or you have a tent that you can put out in the backyard on a porch, or if you want to just take some old sheets and blankets and turn some chairs, lawn chairs, upside down and make a tent fortress. You can build those and let the kids climb in and talk about what it would be like to have to be on the run from an enemy who's constantly trying to catch you and do harm to you. That a lot of times David had to live in tents or hide in caves and be on the run. Even though he hadn't done anything wrong, he still had to be on the run. He had to be able to move quickly, but he also needed shelter from the elements. He needed a place to sleep. He needed to be able to be safe from his enemies. And so doing a tent and talking about what it would be like. Maybe you've gone on a camp out as a family. What's fun about going on a camp out, and what are some of the hard things? Anytime you move, you have to pick up the tent, collapse it, fold it up, take it to another location, set it down again, and rebuild the camp from scratch. You have to look for a water supply, a food supply. You have to be able to find shelter from the bad weather. You can talk about why this would be a difficult way to live, and also about the fact that David would need to defend himself and possibly be able to kill some animals to provide food for himself. So we've got a bow and arrow set here that we bought here at the church that when we have our students here, we can take them out into the backyard and let them practice their hand at actually shooting the bow and arrow, at least the older kids. With the younger kids, you might want to go to some of those discount Dollar Tree type stores and get the rubber tipped bow and arrow sets. If they're really, really young, you might want to use a pool noodle that doesn't have any sharp edge at all and practice tossing that to see how far they can toss it or to see if they can hit a target with it, and talk about the fact that sometimes we have to defend ourselves. Sometimes we have to provide for ourselves. And so you can use archery, and you can use making a tent, or you could actually go and visit a garden or a park and look around and point out why this might be a nice place if you needed to camp out. To camp, is there water nearby that's drinkable? Are there birds and other animals nearby? Is there a flat place that you can put the tent? And you can talk to them about how each and every time David had to move, even though he was fleeing from an enemy who was trying to kill him, God provided for him. God cared about him. You can even use things like, we have these little fake campfires that we've been using here at the church. You can take some red, orange, yellow streamers and attach it to a fan and make your own actually moving fake fire. And we can talk about how a lot of times when you're sitting around a campfire, or maybe you've got a fire pit or a place at your house where you could do a campfire. What does the fire do? Well, it provides us light in the nighttime. A fire can also scare away some of the wild animals that might want to come up to somebody. If you want to have fun with a campfire, you take the marshmallows and put them on a stick and you make s'mores. So there's all kinds of ways that you can use a campfire and use talking about what it would be like to camp out, how you'd have to provide for yourself, to put kids in the story of what it was like for David, not to have to do this for a night or two or maybe for a week-long family vacation, but for years on end. He had to be on the run from enemies who were trying to kill him, and he had to learn how to survive in the wilderness. So it's a way to bring the stories of the Bible into everyday life. We'll see you tomorrow for day number 5, where we're going to talk about Elijah. Thanks for watching.